Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace, my go-to for building a website and online shop. Hello dear friends, today's video is part 2 of this new painting titled Celia after the word mycelia. I know, I'm so punny, right? If you'd like to see several hours of real-time tutorials where I record voiceover as I was painting, along with hundreds of hours of exclusive content and monthly art rewards, including a monthly live stream, feel free to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/happydartist. Okay, so in the first video, I showed you how I did a block-in / underpainting / ébauché all in one, since I miscalculated my dates and I only had like 7 days to finish this before the due date. In this video, I'll be working on the main color pass, also known as the primary pass. I'll be rendering on top of the underpainting, choosing to let it breathe and show through in the thin shadows, and covering up more opaquely in the highlights. Since the white paint that serves as the basis of the metallic mushrooms was still wet, I had to paint around it in order to make time. Sometimes when you're in a time crunch, a little project management is required for your oil painting. You have to intentionally design your workflow so that while you're waiting for section A to dry, there's always work to be done in section B to fill the time. And then when you're done with section B, section A should have now fully dried, and you can resume work on section A while you wait for section B to dry. This way you can paint pretty much every single day and not waste any valuable time waiting for the entire piece to dry. In fact, due to my time constraints, I made a lot of decisions that actually worked out quite serendipitously in the end. To save on time, I went with a minimal composition and plain background that ended up highlighting the dramatic silhouette of the figure and mushrooms. To streamline color mixing, I chose a simple, limited color palette that ended up feeling a lot more elegant and contemporary than if I had used vibrant rainbow colors for the mushrooms. And to save on time, I thought it would be faster to not have to render a face. So that's why I designed the figure to be back-facing. And I ended up really liking how mysterious and alluring it looks. Outside of this piece, I think I've only done one back-facing portrait one other time, and it was because I was forced to in class since our model was posing with her back towards us. But that piece and this piece were both surprisingly delightful for me. I think so much more can be said when the subject's face is not visible. It gives the viewer infinite space to project our own emotional interpretation into the narrative. This piece is also another step in my journey to paint with a more minimal contemporary aesthetic. The limited palette, muted colors, and simple plain background are all deviating further and further from my once lush and trippy visuals. But I am still incorporating consistent themes as always. I mean, I feel like over 50% of my paintings have mushrooms in them at this point. And I look forward to seeing how I continue to reinterpret my themes and retell my stories. Maybe it's just a part of getting older. Our art grows and evolves with us. Anyway, that about wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the final part to be released next month, where I'll show you how I painted the metallic mushrooms and how I did a final glazing pass to finish the piece. Until then, I have prints of the finished piece available in my shop at happyd-artist.com. And of course, you guessed it, my eternal never-ending sale is still going on in my shop. So if you'd like 20% off your order of prints and originals, just enter the code HOLIDAY at happyd-artist.com. And if you're interested in learning more about how to paint and draw, I have lots of art educational content on my Patreon page, including exclusive video tutorials, step-by-step photo tutorials, live streams, podcasts, and even surprise art gift boxes. All available at patreon.com/happydartist. I'd love to have you join my Patreon family. A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and supporting the art community. I've been using Squarespace for 10 years now, and it's been an integral part of being able to make a living as an artist. Aside from their beautiful customizable templates and easy-to-use interface, Squarespace now has so many robust tools to help make website building be both effective and intuitive. There's a new design intelligence feature that uses a combination of industry experience and cutting-edge AI to help you make a website bespoke to your brand and digital identity. Squarespace takes the intimidation out of setting up an online shop with their intuitive e-commerce platform that accepts every type of payment method you can imagine, all with just a few simple clicks, so you can easily sell your work all around the world. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/happydartist to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Also, if you want to check out more artworks, works in progress, and just random daily artist adventures, feel free to check out my Instagram, and you can follow me at the handle @happydartist.